session. So today we will see about page layout and record types. Okay, so till now we have seen about how to create object, app, and fields and relationship, and we have seen different type of fields, and we have seen formula also, formula fields, and we have seen about static resources and
validation tool.
yeah, validation rule. So we have seen these things. Okay, so now we know to create an app. Inside the app we know to place the objects, and we know to place them into the tab also, right? So tabs, this is the tab area. No, we know to place them in the tab also. So now we need to see about page layout and record types. So what is a page layout? So if you go to any object, okay, so for example I'm going to the backend setup and create. If you wanted to go, if you want to go to the standard objects, you will go to this customize area and select the standard object. If you wanted to go to the custom object, that is user created object, then you need to go to create object. Here you have the objects that you have created. Okay, so now if you go to any objects, you can see the section called page layout. Okay, page layout, and this page layout comes into picture whenever you create an object. Whenever you create any object, one page layout will be created. Okay, automatically. You did not create it, but it will be created. Okay, so that is one important thing that you should know. See, there is an record type tab, but there is no record type available. So I will tell you why it is not there. Okay, so before that you should know one thing. If you go to any object, you can see the thing, something called object limits. What this object limits says, I said you right, Salesforce, and we have also seen about governor limits. So we have seen like what is governor limits. So we have seen that also. So if you go to any object, you can see an area called object limits. So here what you will have is, you will have what are all the maximum limits that has been provided to this particular object. So maximum of it differs from every Salesforce org. For example, if you purchase unlimited versions of Salesforce, I said right, there are 4 commercial editions in Salesforce. So in that, this is a developer edition. For education purpose they are giving. So you have enterprise unlimited. So these things and all may have more, like 800 fields limit and all. Okay, it all depends on the your purchased org. Okay, so here you see maximum of 500 is possible. Lookup, I said right, 40 lookup relationships. You can have active workflow rules 50, and the total workflow rules is 500. So everything you can see here, but there is no restriction for page layout. You can create as many page layout you want, but what Salesforce suggests is you don't have more than 200 page layout, okay, per object, because it is very difficult to manage. Okay, so don't have more than 200 page layouts. That's what Salesforce says. Okay, because they did not give any limitations for the page layout. Okay, if you go and search page layout limitations Salesforce, you can see recommends creating no more than page layout, although there is no limit. It can be difficult to manage page layouts if you have more than. So here you itself you can see Salesforce recommends not creating more than 200 page layouts. Okay, because it is difficult to manage. and you don't have limits. There are no limits. So this is one important thing that you should know. Maybe if you apply for any certification, any questions and all, they may ask these things. Okay. So that is one important thing I wanted to tell you. So whenever what is available in the page layout, what are the things I can control in the page layout? So what are the things I can control in page layout? Control in page layout. You can control fields. So you can control fields. Okay. So what you can do, you can drag and drop the fields, you can hide the fields. Okay. So you can create sections. Okay. So you can place Visualforce pages. Okay. Then what else you can do is you can have custom buttons. Okay. So you can also have related lists. Okay. So now we will see everything. Once you click on edit, it will take you to the page layout edit. Sorry. Uh, edit. Okay. So it will take you to this area. This is called as the page layout area, edit area. So we'll see things one by one. So this is there, right? This is, if you click this symbol, it will show you. When you wanted to place any buttons in Lightning or in mobile, then you need to go to mobile and Lightning action. With these buttons only you can place. So in the Lightning, if wanted to see any buttons means you need to place it here. Okay. And these are all the standard buttons. Standard buttons means by default we have standard objects, we have standard fields. Similarly, we have standard buttons. These are all created by Salesforce by default. Okay, by default they are available. So what you can do is you can hide it. Okay, so for example, see, this is gone. If you click on this button, see, change record type, you can just drag and you can place it. So this is also gone. Okay. So standard buttons. So if you create any button, we have a place called button links and action. I will show you how to do that also. But once you create a button, you can create them and you can place them over here. Okay. So that is one important thing. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute, please. Sorry. So you can drag and drop. Once you create any custom field, you can drag and drop here. Okay. So this section is for lightning buttons. To display the lightning buttons and mobile buttons, you wanted to drag and drop here. Okay, where you will take from lightning action and this area. Okay, so you drag and drop. For example, you can drag and drop like this. So once you drag and drag, it will show where you wanted to place. It will highlight in green color. Apart from that, nowhere you can place. It will not allow you to place. Okay, so and field, this is the area for field. So here what you can do is you can create a section. For example, I wanted to create any section. See, you can just drag and drop like this. So it will ask what is the name of the section. Okay. So let us have it as a quick, new section itself. So it will ask whether you wanted in a detail page or edit page. Detail page means the view screen. Edit page means once you click edit button, it will go to the edit area where you can edit the fields. Okay, so how you wanted to arrange the fields, whether this side or like this. So click on, once you click on OK, a new section will be created.
Please hold
Okay,
on, Ram, 1 second.
sorry, yes.
Now two checkboxes is there, right? One is edit, another one for review only. You are telling, right?
1 second.
Go
So
to the
this one,
yeah.
detail page and edit
Whenever
page.
whenever we uncheck the edit page, then that will go to the read only mode page only, no?
No, that section will not be visible. Section name will not be visible. This is the section property, not the field property. Okay. So for example,
Okay.
okay, 1 minute, let me show you. I will drag and drop details. Okay. So what I am saying is this is, I will remove the edit property and I'll click on OK. Then we will save it. Okay. Now you go to HR. This is HR object. Okay. So go to, I think here you may have okay. I think the tab is not created. Okay. Let me go to setup and quickly create a tab. So create tabs, new tab, and that new tab is for HR object, and the tab style can be anything, and then next, and show you. Save. Okay, now you see HRs. Go there, click on that. We created a new section that is available here. When you click on edit, that new section will be hidden. Okay, the section name, not the field. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so this information section is already available. If you go to the layout, see, this information section is already available. If you click on this, this is the property. See, it is available in the edit page, not in the detail page. That's why we cannot see information section when we on the view screen we cannot see. Okay, so that is one thing. Okay, so what you can do is you can create a section, and what you can do, you can have, whether you can have in detail or whether I can in edit, like that you can control this section. Okay, apart from that, what I can do here, you want some blank space. Okay, so the fields will be arranged, so in between you want some blank space, you can drag and drop this blank space. Okay, and then if you want, you can, this is our like alignment CSS, right? So if in other technologies, if you wanted to create CSS, it will take many days, and it will take many pages of many lines of CSS uh, codes written to have like this. Okay, so in Salesforce you can simply do it by drag and drop. Okay, that is one of the biggest advantages here. So I wanted to have control over the fields. So you can make a field read only or required or hidden. So what are the things you can do in page layout means for fields? You can make a field read only. Okay, then required and hidden. Hidden means just drag and drop. Just drag this field and take it away. It becomes hidden. It will not be available anywhere. Okay, so just drag and drop. Okay, so that is one thing. Or you can make the field as required or read only. See, if you check this box, read only, it will not be editable. You cannot edit it. If you make this as required, it without giving any value to this record, you cannot save it. Okay, so that is one thing. So you can make a field read only, required and hidden in page layout. Okay, so we can create a section, and whatever we want we can do in the section also. We have seen it. So now we can have a visual force page. So if that one we will see later. So as for now, just understand that you can create a visual force page. I mean, you can have a visual force page inside this page layout also. Okay, so this is the area for related list. Related list means, you know, right, all the child objects you want, you can control the child object. You can drag and drop the child object, or if you want, you can remove the child object. Okay, so I want to remove not attachments, I can remove. I wanted to remove anything, I can remove. Okay, so if I wanted to add it, I can add it. Okay, I can add like this. Okay, so the related lists also have some button. You wanted to control that, you can click on it, this property, and you can have some this is the button area. You can have the buttons, and you can drag and drop what are the fields to display. Okay, let me show you that. See, in candidate you have action, candidate name. Apart from that, you wanted to show any other field, you need to go to the candidate setting, and candidate first name. So these are all the fields modified by alias. uh, so like that, you can just save it, and you will be seeing these fields: first name, last name, alias name. So in the page layout only you can control these things. Okay, so any doubts till now? Clear? Okay, so now we will see about record types. So what is the record type and why it is needed? Okay, so record type means type of record, right? What is the type of record that you wanted to give it to the database? I mean, give it to the object. For example, I have an I am working in some company. Okay, consider I'm working in some company. That company, I am a service agent. Okay, support agent or service agent. So service agent in company. So I'm getting calls every day. I used to get calls like 100 calls every day from the customers for different reasons. One customer calls for a complaint. Okay, one customer calls for inquiry. One customer calls for feedback, and one customer again calls for um, appreciation. Okay, and one customer is a duplicate call. So not 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 the call as that involves to this company. Okay, that belongs to this company. Some other random spam call. So see, if the customer wants to register a complaint, what I will do, I will ask him what is the issue, and I will give the ticket number. Okay, fine. So then ask questions, and raise ticket and give ticket number. Then if the customer comes for enquiry, okay, give the details and raise ticket and give ticket number. Okay, so if the customer comes for feedback, so collect info and if you want you can raise a ticket and give the ticket number. So if you feel that feedback is valuable and any product improvement they gave in the feedback, and if you wanted to raise a ticket and you can register, if you want to register it, you will do it. The customer calls for appreciation, you will not raise a ticket and all, right? You will just thank them and you will leave. Okay, and if it is a duplicate call, in some companies, some call centers, they wanted to register a ticket and they wanted to close it as duplicate. Okay, raise a ticket and close as duplicate. So ideally, if you see, these are all the 5 different actions: complaint, inquiry, feedback, appreciation, duplicate calls, everything. Okay, so you have 5 different actions, but the process, the working style is similar, is somewhat similar, right? Raise a ticket, give the ticket number to the customer, whoever called you. So in that case, what I can do, I can create 5 different objects: complaint object, inquiry object, feedback object, appreciation object, duplicate call object. So what happens if I create 5 different objects? Unnecessarily it takes more space, unnecessarily it takes more uh, resource. Okay, so in order to avoid that, we are going for a record type. Okay, what the record type will do is it will allow the user to select what record type he or she wants. Okay, and you can have a page layout for each record type. So consider in the call center, someone calls for complaint. So they wanted to register a complaint. In the I will show you in practical. So go to setup and you need to create a new object. Okay, create object. So here I'm creating an object called new custom object. I'm creating an object called ticket. Okay, so tickets. So here I wanted an auto number. Okay, so displaying format is tkt hyphen 0000. Okay, and one starting number is 1. Ticket number, let us have it as ticket number. Okay, so now notes and attachments, launch tab. Okay, save it. So now ticket, and I have this theme. So this profile, when we go to profile area, we will see. And I don't want it in all the apps. Only I want it in Tata Trust. Okay, so remove include tab checkbox and simply go to the Tata Trust and click that and click on save. So it will be available only in the Tata Trust tab. Okay, you got tickets. Okay, so here if I will create some more fields, then it will be more easy for you to understand. Okay, So new custom field. First, they wanted to know multi-select, pick list multi-select. Next, so field name is products purchased. Okay, so TV, fridge, AC, and washing machine, and laptop. Okay, and tab and mobile. Some products. Okay, so next and next, save and new. So again, what I have is I have text area. In the text area, I will give some description. So next, save and new. Now I will be having checkbox. The checkbox is default, it is unchecked. Duplicate spam call. Okay, so next, so save and new. Finally, I will be having text defect, like product defect. Okay, so product defect. Okay, so length will be 20. So next, so save and new. Text area, then I will have feedback is feedback details. Okay, and next, save and new. So I will have another text area that is for appreciation. Okay, appreciation. Okay, so now next, save. Okay, so I have created few fields. Okay, I have created few fields: appreciation, description, feedback details, product defect, products purchased, spam call. Okay, so if you go to front end, that is ticket object, click on new, you will be getting all these fields. Okay, consider if a customer is coming for enquiry. Okay, consider if a customer is coming for enquiry, then there is no meaning for having a field called products purchased. Okay, because he is coming for a enquiry. Okay, and there is no meaning for having a feedback details and appreciation. Okay, so instead of, see, I have 5 different actions, 5 different type of reasons, so I can create a 5 different object. So I can create a 5 different object. Okay, but it consumes lot of space and resource. So we go for record type, okay, where in one object you can have different record types for different actions. Okay, so what I need to do in this case, I need to have a 5 different page layouts where the user can select those things. Okay, so here if you go to the backend view fields, now if you see right now I have only one page layout. Okay, what I will do, I will create a new page layout. Okay, here I will name it as appreciation layout. Okay, so click on save. And now what happens is in the appreciation layout, you need to control the fields. Okay, so first is appreciation. Okay, where is it? Fields. Just drag and drop new section. So now you have appreciation, and you need to know the created by, and you need to have a no need of this. You need to have a this one. You need to have a ticket number. Okay, so last modified by. So in appreciation page layout, you can have appreciation, ticket number, owner, and last modified by. Okay, so just to save it. Okay, and then create another page layout. Create another page layout, and the layout name will be complaint layout. So save. Here what you can do is create a new section. That section name will be complaint section. Complaint section. So click on save. So here you cannot have a appreciation field here. Okay, so you need to have a owner of the record, who created the record, who has modified the record. That is all system fields, standard fields. So no, and then you need to have a ticket number. Okay, and then what you need to have, you need to have complaint, right? So what is the product that is defective? Okay, and what is the product that the customer has purchased? Okay, these two things you need to have. Okay, so click on save. So now we will create another page layout that is for feedback. Feedback. Okay, so here what I will do, I'll create a new section. That section is a feedback section. Okay, so click on OK, and here the system fields, all the system fields you need to drag and drop. Created by, owner, and last modified by, and then what you wanted to have, and then you can have ticket number. Okay, and feedback details. Okay, then you can save. Okay, now finally you will create a spam. Okay, duplicate spam layout. Okay, just click on save, and you can have a new section. That section is spam section. Okay, click on OK. Now what you do is just you need to have a ticket number, that is for sure. You need to have a created by system fields. These are all system fields, in standard fields. You just have it. Okay, so you can have a spam call with that checkbox, and you can have a description what. Okay, and save. See, I created 5 different page layouts for 5 different reasons. Okay, in one object. Now what happens, I wanted an option to select the any one of the layout. If I am a sales representative, I am a service support agent, so whenever I am getting a call from customers, I wanted to raise a ticket, I need to go to the ticket area, I need to click on new. In that case, I wanted to select what for what reason the customer has contacted me and what I have to do. Okay, but I don't have any options to do it right now. Okay, because I don't have any facility to do it. So here the record type will help us. Okay, so go to the fields. So you have a record type here. Okay, so this record type will help you right now. If you click on a page layout assignment, you have only one page layout uh, assigned to one profile at a time. At a time, you have only one page layout that is assigned to one profile. This is under profile. Okay, so that is the reason whenever you click new button, you don't have option